Amitabha Buddha. Hello everyone. So today I feel like sharing a very well-known rebirth case. It's probably one of the most famous rebirth cases that happened in recent years in 2013. And it's the rebirth case of Master Haixian. And this is often mentioned in Master Ching Kang's Dharma talk. What's so good about this case is that there are a lot of video clips and also a documentary about it. So in this video I will also incorporate the video clips. So we all know that this is definitely true. There are proof of this. Master Haixian indeed sought rebirth successfully to the Pure Land. The Pure Land exists, so it's Amitabha Buddha. So Master Haixian was 112 years old when he sought rebirth to the Pure Land. And even at this old age, he did not require anybody to take care of him. Instead, he could take care of many people. And every day, he was still working in the garden and he did a lot of work. And even on the day of rebirth, so he sought rebirth in the evening. But during the day, for the entire day, he was working very hard in the garden for the whole day. And other people were like, "Oh, Master, you don't need to work anymore. You could come back and work tomorrow." And Master Haixian was like, "No, I'll finish very soon, and after this I won't come back, I won't work." So people did not really understand what he was talking about, but Master Haixian knew that that evening was the time he would leave for the Pure Land. In the evening, so some disciples outside of his room heard him use the bell and to chant Amituofo very loudly in the room. Not only that, he chanted much longer than usual. So the disciples said usually he chanted for just a short period of time, but that evening he chanted for much longer. And in the next day, when they tried to send him breakfast, and they realized, oh, Master Haixian has already sought rebirth to the Pure Land. He lied there peacefully and he tidied all his clothes. Usually he did not do that. So a month ago, before Master Haixian sought rebirth, he visited many of his old friends and also the temples he used to stay. And he told them that he would leave very soon. He will not come back after this. So people did not understand because people saw he was in such a good health condition. A lay Buddhist who also often was with him asked him, "Master, why you say you're leaving soon? But you say Amitabha Buddha wanted you to live here for longer, for another 2 years. Why you say you're leaving soon?" And he said, "Actually, Amitabha Buddha came and told me 2 days ago that he will come to pick me up within 1 month. So it would be very soon. I will not leave for much longer." I asked him, "When are you leaving?" "I asked people to help you Nianfo. Master Haixian told me there is no need. Those who need help, they may not believe, so they can't go. I don't need. I go by myself." He has 100% confidence. Someone also recorded what Master Haixian said. "I think I can't live for much longer. I'd rather die. After death, if you practice well, your soul will become a Buddha, and the world knows." About 1 week ago, before Master Haixian gained rebirth, he quietly moved the coin stalks on the road to the side. When the disciples saw that, they all told him not to worry, but Master Haixian did not listen. Everybody had to move with him. After 2 days, they finally finished. Master Haixian also cleaned the road. After he gained rebirth, everybody understood why he did that. He was in fact clearing the road for himself. So he knew exactly when he will leave because he had seen Amitabha Buddha, and not only that, Master Ching Kang believed that he has seen Amitabha Buddha for many times throughout his life. So he became a monk when he was 20, and for the 92 years he just practiced Nianfo every day. So he was not educated. He was born in a very poor family and there was no money for them to go to school. And his father, his brother all died at a young age. And he realized the impermanence and the suffering of life, so he became a monk. And his teacher taught him, all you need to do is to practice Amituofo. Just practice Nianfo, chant the name of Amitabha Buddha, and seek rebirth to the Pure Land. he did exactly as told. He believed in it. He practiced this every day in his life for 92 years. So it was really incredible. His story was really inspiring. 3 days after he gained rebirth, some disciples came and then they saw his face. He actually looked younger before he saw rebirth. His eyebrows and his beard, they all turned black. Before they were white, and then later they turned black 3 days after seeking rebirth. Master gained rebirth easily. He didn't know any words, only Amituofo, and he succeeded. He set a good model for all of us. His body was very soft with no tension. Everybody was amazed by the incredible willpower of Amitabha Buddha. They followed the tradition of Buddha's funeral for realized beings. The disciples carried Master Haixian's Dharma body and put it into a big jar representing longevity, and they seal it and place inside a stupa so people can honor it. 4 and 5 days ago, before Master Haixian's rebirth, he quietly broke a wall of bricks and carried all the bricks next to his stupa and placed them neatly. Nobody knew why he was doing that. After Master Haixian gained rebirth, his disciple wanted to buy bricks for him to seal the stupa. Then everybody understood what Master Haixian meant. He didn't want to waste any bricks and put these bricks there for his tower. Master Haixian knew exactly what happened after he gained rebirth, so he prepared everything much advanced beforehand. It's believed Master Haixian has definitely achieved Nianfo Samadhi, has achieved a high level of enlightenment before his rebirth. It's believed that Amitabha Buddha actually gave him extra years to live in this world to show people about this. Another similar case also happened in the same temple. It's actually a very small temple in the Henan province in China called Laifo Si. Laifo Si literally means the Buddha comes here. There's also an interesting story about how the temple came about. It was that during the Tang Dynasty, there was a lay Buddhist who was riding an ox cart and went into the town to sell rice. And he encountered 3 old men who also wanted to get on his cart, so he agreed. In the evening, they rested on the road, and the next morning they found that the 3 old men already became 3 stone statues. All the lay Buddhists then built a temple here called Laifo Si, which means the Buddha has incarnations here. So not only Haixian, a monk, was like a Buddha, but also before him there was also Haiqing, Master Haiqing, who was very similar to Master Haixian, who practicing Nianfo and practiced for his entire life. He sought rebirth at the age of 82. After he gained rebirth, people also put his body into a big jar and placed into a stupa. Master Haixian opened the jar after 6 years and 9 months and found out that Master Haiqing's body was completely intact. Even his clothes were still perfect. They realized he was a true flesh bodhisattva with diamond Dharma body and red legs all over the body. A lay Buddhist saw this and admired Master Haiqing so much, he bought gold to cover his entire body and placed it in the temple so people can come and honor Master Haiqing's Dharma body. They are really the proof that Amitabha Buddha exists, Pure Land exists, and what we need to do is to practice Nianfo diligently in our life to seek rebirth to the Pure Land. Also, Master Haixian's mother also sought rebirth to the Pure Land, and the same thing is that they all knew exactly when they will leave. So the day before Master Haixian's mother gained rebirth, she had made dumplings for the family and told Master Haixian to tell the other sisters must come back the next day. The next day, Master Haixian's mother was chatting happily with everyone. Then she gained rebirth at ease and peacefully. My mother was a vegetarian since a young age. The day before she gained rebirth, she was making dumplings. And she was sleeping in the room, and she told me the day before let her sleep outside. I asked why you wanted to sleep outside. There are lots of mosquitoes. Well, she said to me, "Do you want me to die in the room tomorrow?" I understood what she said. Then I moved the bed out near the door. The next day, all my sisters were home. She was still cooking. They brought sugar and canned food. She said she wouldn't eat. She would just drink some water. She wouldn't have lunch. Then she went to the toilet, then came out. I slept there for a moment. She asked if she should sit up. Well, I said it's perhaps best you just slept there. She said all right. Then later, after a long breath, she left easily, with no suffering. Master Haixian's sister witnessed the incredible rebirth of her own mother, so not long after that, she brought her son with her to a temple and took monastic lives. At that time, the living condition was extremely difficult, so after Nianfo for the mother for 3 days, they could only bury her in a thin coffin. Master Haixian often felt sorry about this. After 8 years, he came back and opened the coffin, then realized it was empty, only left with some big nails inside to seal the coffin. It's unsure if Master Haixian's mother was also an incarnation of a bodhisattva, like Bodhidharma, the first patriarch of Chinese Chan Buddhism, who also disappeared from his coffin. We ordinary people cannot tell. So these are definitely true. These are real stories with a lot of eyewitnesses, and we also have the video clip. These people, they knew exactly when they will leave, and when they leave, they have no suffering, no pain. So it is really incredible, and the case is just so inspiring. It will definitely add faith to a lot of Nianfo practitioners. And every time when I saw this, I felt very touched and very inspired, and it also helped us to be more diligent in practicing Nianfo, in gaining stronger faith in Amitabha Buddha and in the Pure Land. I know that everyone can seek rebirth to the Pure Land if we practice Nianfo diligently and one-heartedly in our life. So the key, one-heartedness, is important. The more one-heartedness we can be in our Nianfo practice, the more we will resonate with Amitabha Buddha's energy. If you practice Nianfo diligently, can all become Buddhas? If you don't practice, how can you be better? Like me for decades, I wake up at 3 o'clock every day. I wake up to burn some incense and sit there to practice Nianfo. Then I circle around the Buddha to practice Nianfo. If I feel sleepy, then I lie down in auspicious posture and practice Nianfo. It's not like you can be good in one instant. You need to practice Nianfo diligently. Why is that? Practice Nianfo, then dedicate the merits in the Buddhahood. Don't just say I practice chanting Amitofo and that's it. Not until you become one-heartedness. It doesn't count. When you become one-heartedness, Amitabha Buddha will come to let you know. If you are impatient, then he will not tell you. Until you become one-heartedness, then Amitabha Buddha will know. When people ask him to share wisdom, he often said he had nothing to say, just practice Nianfo. He said there is nothing difficult in this world, only our heart is not focused. Master Haixian is a real incarnation of a bodhisattva. He came here to help us to be our role model. He chanted Amitofo for decades, whether he was walking, living, sitting, sleeping. He just recited Amitofo. He has realized this level, and he and all beings have no separation. Those who practice Nianfo are the ones with great merits and great good roots. We must catch this great opportunity to practice Nianfo diligently to realize Buddhahood in one lifetime. Without good roots, he cannot practice Nianfo. Practice Nianfo diligently. Return to the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss.